Hello 7th standard students. Now, today in this session we are going to study a new property of a triangle. And while studying this property, we are going to study how to give a justification of that property. So, without wasting our time, we will start to study a new property of a triangle. Look at here. The total measures of the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. We know that very well. Triangle is a closed figure which having three vertices and three sides. So what is the statement? The total measures of the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So with the help of this statement, we are going to draw a figure. Look at here, I have already drawn a figure, triangle ABC, and it having three angles. This I am giving here numbering 1, 2, 3. And related to these three angles, we are going to prove that the sum of measures of these three angles is 180 degree. So, related to measuring of angles of a triangle, we know that if linear pair angle having their sum 180 degree. So with the help of this linear pair property, we are going to prove that the measures of the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So here we have drawn an exterior angle, that is ACD, and that angle they by numbering as 4. So what is given? Given angle 1, angle 2, angle 3 are angles of triangle ABC, and angle 4 is an exterior angle. So with the help of this figure and given, we have to show that the total measures, instead of the word measure, we have to write alphabet M. So measure angle 1, measure angle 2 and measure angle 3. So total, that means we have to do here addition. So measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2 plus measure angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. So now we are going to prove that this statement. So while giving a justification, we have to make two columns. That is text and the second for reason. So we will start how to give a justification or how we can write the proof. Now look at here, what we know about the triangle. Look at here. We know that 4 is exterior angle of a given triangle, and already we have studied exterior angle property of a triangle. So with the help of this property, we will write our first step. Look at here how we can write. My first step is, that is measure angle 4 is equal to measure angle, here I have to write here M, measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2. So what is my exterior angle property? The measure of an exterior angle is equal to the sum of interior opposite angles. 4 is an exterior angle, so its opposite interior angles are 1 and 2. So measure angle 4 is equal to measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2. So what will be the reason? Exterior angle property of a triangle. Now we will write here that property. Exterior angle property. Okay. Now the next one. Now which angle will remain here? 3. If we add angle 3 to the both sides, what we will get here? Look at this. Now we are going to add measure angle 3 to the both sides. So measure angle 4 plus measure angle 3 is equal to measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2 plus measure angle 3. And what will be the reason? Adding measure angle 3 to both sides. Okay. Now third one. Okay. We get here measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2 plus measure angle 3 at the left hand side of in the steps. But what about 180? So we know that linear pair angle having their sum 180. Okay, now look at here. Which are the linear pair? Angle 3 and angle 4 are linear pair. Okay, so the measures of these angles is 180 degree, and at the right hand side of the given statement in the steps, measure angle 4 plus measure angle 3 is 180 degree because it is a linear pair. So instead of that, we can write here measure angle 4 plus measure angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because linear pair angle. So now statement 2 and 3 we can write 4. Instead of measure angle 4 plus measure angle 3 we can write directly 180 degree. So 180 degree is equal to measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2 plus measure angle 3. Or instead of that we can write, because you can see that when we are writing to show measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2 plus measure angle 3, these are at the right hand side. Here we have write measure angle. So we have to write at the right hand side, left hand side of the triangle. So measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2 plus measure angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. And we get this statement from second and third. So as like that, we can prove that the sum of measures of three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. But what we have to write by solving a problem? It is very difficult to write the whole statement right every time when we are going to solve this problem. So instead of this whole statement, we can write here angle sum property. Okay, so we can write here angle sum property. Okay, so with the help of this statement, with the help of this new property, we are going to solve exercise 6.3. So dear students, there are so many examples in there 6.3, but in this video I am going to show you some sums, because other sums that you have to solve yourself in your notebook. Okay, so without wasting our time, we will start to solve exercise 6.3. You can see here there are the three examples, and one by one we are going to solve. The first one, that we have to find the value of x. Okay, and the given triangle is, look at here, angle A x, angle B 50 degree and angle C 60 degree, and they told us to find out the value of x. What is the question is? Find value of x. So we know that x is the angle of a triangle, and when we are going to find out the angle of a triangle, then we have to use the angle sum property of a triangle. So here we will write by using angle sum property, measure angle A plus measure angle B plus measure angle C is equal to 180 degree. So what is measure angle A? X, B 50 degree and C 60 degree is equal to 180 degree. So x is equal to 50 plus 60 is 110 is equal to 180 degree. Now we will separate the alphabets and numbers. So x is equal to 180 degree minus 110 degree. So x is equal to 70 degree. So as like that, we can solve our sum. So now we will move forward our next sum. Here I have solved the first sum in the question number 1, and directly I am going to solve the question number 5 in the question number 1. The middle one sums that you have to solve in your notebook yourself. So my fifth question is, there is a triangle, but which is here name is not given to the triangle, but they gives us a x as a measure of angles of every angle. So here we have to find the value of x, and x is the angle of a triangle. So here we will write by using angle sum property. So names are not given, so we are not going to write names. So directly we will write x plus x is equal to 180 degree. So x plus x plus x, 3 times x are there. So we will write 3x is equal to 180 degree. So 3x means what? 3 multiplied by x. So now we have to separate the alphabets and numbers. 3 is for the multiplication. When we are going to change its place, 3 will be go for the division. So x is equal to 180 upon 3. So what will be the value of x? 3 1 are 3, 3 6 are 60, 80. So and 3 0 0. So value of x is 60 degree. So as like that, with the help of all the alphabets, we can find out the value of x. Now look at here, the sixth one is, you can see this is a triangle, but what is the type of this triangle? It is a right angle triangle because you can see this symbol, and this symbol shows that the measure of that angle is 90 degree. So dear student, to find out the value of x, we will write here by using angle sum property. Directly we will write the measures of that angles because names are not given. So 2x plus x, and this symbol shows its measure is 90 degrees. So plus 90 degree is equal to 180 degree. So 2x plus x is 3x plus 90 degree is equal to 180 degree. Now we have to separate the alphabets and numerals. So 3x is equal to 180 degree plus 90 becomes here 90 minus. So 3x is equal to 90 degree. So 3 is for the multiplication. When it will change its place, it will go for the division. So x is equal to 90 degree upon 3. So x is equal to 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9, 3 0 0. So value of x is 30 degree. So as like that, we can solve the sums which are based on the angle sum property. There is another one, question number 2, which there are the sums which are related to the angle sum property, but we have to solve some different ways. So now we will start to solve our question number 2. So our question second is that we have to find out the value of x and y. In the question number 1, we have to find out the value of only x. But in this question, we have to find out the value of two alphabets, that is x and y. And in this questions, we have to use many properties related to the measurements of the triangles. So one by one, we will study. But before that, we have to recall it. Now, which are the different properties related to the triangles, measurements of angles of the triangles? The first one is opposite angles is always equal. They have same measurements. Another one, second, linear pair angles having the sum of their measurement is 180 degree. So by using these two properties, what is the first one? Opposite angles having same measurements, and the second one is the linear pair angles having their sum of measures of angles is 180 degree. So by using these two measurements and by using the angle sum property, we have to solve the question number 2. Now without wasting our time, we will start to solve. On this board, you can see here I am going to solve only 3 questions and other questions that you have to solve yourself in your notebook. Okay. So what is the first question? You can see this in this diagram, names are not given. Okay, so just remind that while solving a problem, it is not necessary to write down by giving their names, and we have to write. It is not necessary to write down the statement which is related to the names of the triangle. So directly we can write down the steps related to their measurements. So here we have to find out the value of x and y. You can see this. The angles of a triangle is x, y and 15 degree. And you can see this 120 degree and y are the linear pair angle. And we know that the property is the sum of the pair measures of the angles of a linear pair angle is always 180 degree. So look at here how we can solve this time. So, okay. So, angle bar and 120 degree are linear pair angle. So, directly we can write this major angle bar plus 120 degree is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, major angle bar is equal to 180 degree minus 120 degree. So, therefore, major angle bar 180 minus 120 is 60 degree. So, this is my value of x. Value of y, that is 60 degree. So now I know the value of y, that is 60 degree. So by using angle sum property, I can find out the value of x. Now look at here. By using angle sum property, here I can write major angle x plus major angle y plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. So now we will fill up the values. Major angle x, and we know that major angle y is 60 degree plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. So major angle x is equal to 60 degree plus 50 degree is 110 degree. So is equal to 180 degree. So on subtracting, I get here 180 degree minus 110 degree. So major angle x is equal to 70 degree. So as like that, we can find out the value of x and y. Is it easy? Okay. So we will solve another question that will be very easy to understand. Okay. What is the next question? You can see this diagram is a little bit different than first diagram. Okay. In this diagram, there are the interior angles are x, y and 50 degree. And the exterior angle of the triangle is 180 degree, is 80 degree. So now you can see this is 80 degree and y are the opposite angles. And we know that the opposite angles of the triangle are always in equal measurements. Okay. So now we will write here, look at it. Angle y and 80 degree are opposite angles. Therefore, major angle bar is equal to 80 degree. So this is the value of y. Okay. Now we have to find out the value of x, which are the interior angles of a triangle. So by using angle sum property, we can find out the major angle x. So here we will write by using angle sum property, major angle x plus major angle y plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. Now look at here, major angle x, we know that the major angle y is 80 degree. So I will write here 80 degree plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. So major angle x is equal to 80 plus 50 is 130 degree. Is it right? What is the addition of 8 and 5? Yes, it is 30. 180. So major angle x is equal to 180 degree. Now we have to change the place of 130, so it will become minus 130. So when we subtract the 130 from 180, what will be the answer? It is 50 degree. So this is my value of x, that is major angle x is 50 degree. So as like this, we can solve the sums which are related to the angle sum property and also other two properties, that is of opposite angles and of linear pair angles. Now there is one more question. It is little bit different from the others. Okay. Now look at here. You can see this. Interior angle is given only x, so y, and all the other exterior are the x. Now you can see this x and y are the opposite angles. That means these are both are equal in measurement. So here we will write angle x and angle y are opposite angles. Therefore, major angle x is equal to major angle y. But what are the measurements of x and y? We can write only alphabets. Okay. Now look at here. This is also x, so it is also y because both are same. So instead of I can write here also y. Now you can see this. All these are y. So therefore, by using angle sum property, is equal to major angle y plus major angle y plus major angle y is equal to 180 degree. So how many major angles are there? 3. So I can directly write 3 major angle y is equal to 180 degree. So major angle y is equal to 180. 3 is for the multiplication. When I will change its place, it will go for the division. So major angle y is equal to 3 ones are 3, 3 6 are 18, 3 0 0. That is 60 degree. So as like that, I can find out the value of y. But what is the value of x? Already we have wrote here major angle x is equal to major angle y. So as like that, major angle x is also of 60 degree. So as like that, in a different ways, by using different properties at a time, we can solve or we can find out the measurements of angles of a triangle. So what is your today's homework? That you have to complete exercise 6.3. Whole exercise 6.3 in your notebook, and if you have any query you can ask me. So solve exercise 6.3 in your notebook yourself. Till then, have a good day.